All those girls bragging about their sugar daddies, we have a tough competitor in line. Sugar mama. So, girls, step aside, because you're not the only ones chilling with older guys. Young guys with dimples and chiseled cheekbones are hustling to get things going with sleek and mature women. Hello guys. Yes, it's exclusively for young guys. Have you ever felt getting attracted to women older than your age? Well, it's not something out of the blue. All you need is some good tips to captivate the women of your dreams. Number 10. Find some common interest and cling on to it. Oh, I love this woman. But that's not it. You've got a considerable age gap between you and her, buddy. This may prevent her from seeing you regularly. However, there are many ways where you can overcome this obstacle and mingle with the lady often. How? Find some common interests and activities that can be done together. But don't you ever commit the mistake of approaching her saying you want to take her out on a date. Instead, go to the gym and practice some exercises while you don't forget to flirt with her. You will look hot with a sleeveless vest and sweat dripping from your body like you have worked all day to please your lady love. Next, going to yoga classes can help. This yoga can not only improve your breathing, but also aid you in getting the lady to the last breath of your life. It doesn't matter if you hate books, but do accompany your bookworm love interest to the public library. Number 9. Getting to know the personality of older women. A lot of confusion can be crumpled up and thrown away if you are educated on how older women are. Their likes, dislikes, hobbies, and much more will help you better understand them. The older women are generally sophisticated. They are not interested in lengthy and mushy conversations. So, don't think you can win her heart by repeating the lines from Romeo and Juliet in a gooey manner. And don't be childish enough to invite her to play video games. But that doesn't mean you have to give up playing it for yourself. It just means don't define your older counterpart by evaluating your preferences. Class is for men. Swag is for boys. Whatever. Don't lose yourself in the process, and she will appreciate your sassiness now and then, so that she gets to know you're being candid and not clingy. Be more passionate while having a conversation, rather than having to talk about mundane subjects like sports or arts. Number 10. Fulfill her fantasies. Just because she is older than you doesn't mean that she is devoid of any fantasies that teenage girls usually have. Sexual or non-sexual fantasies can also pop up in their minds, but they hardly show it in their demeanor. So, this is where young men get an opportunity to show themselves up. Their youthfulness and vitality is something that older women appreciates. So, to gravitate your lady towards you, be that boy with all those charms, an innocent charm that can also be sexual if observed closely. Older women tend to have a higher sex drive than it is somewhat opposite in the case of men. If you're sexual in bed, it suggests that you understand her inner thoughts and turmoil that she's going through without ever mentioning them. Sharing an intimate space will also disclose the darkest secrets and worst nightmares each of the partners has had, eventually resulting in close bonding. Number 7. Don't be so immature. I've said that older women are attracted to men mainly because of their youthfulness. This cannot be found in someone who is over age. That flirty and quirky questions and gestures will instantly allure older women because they have finally found someone with so much vigor. On the contrary, don't act silly. An older woman has reputable self-esteem. She knows what she wants in life, what her interests are, and what she dislikes the most. She can be outright when making decisions, a quality that some young men lack. Sometimes she might be skeptical about young men's judgmental qualities, thinking they have not figured out their life yet. So, she might be a little reluctant to speak her mind. It's up to you to prove that you're not a fluffhead, have control over so many things going about you, and are responsible enough to handle any life situation. Number 6. Let her take charge of the conversation. Women appreciate it if men take the first step in starting a discussion, regardless of whether it is a date or a casual first meeting. However, as you gradually spice things up, observe the body language of the older women and let her continue with the conversation. They have probably gone through bitter experiences like divorces and toxic relationships. All these are not fairy tales. They are meant to show you some valuable lessons in life. So, listen carefully and show empathy towards her feelings. This proves that you are not only a fun-loving guy, but also a patient listener. Certain TV shows and movies have depicted older women as cougars, who barge into bars and seeking young men to have a one-night stand with. But this is not always true when it comes to real life. Older women tend to have a higher sense of honor, so don't mess with her unless you want to be called a jerk. Number 5. Older women expect a man to know his plans. If you want to fill your life with a rapper you created on your first date and stretch it until you invite her to share your bed with you, then you need to be a confident and decisive man. But remember not to take inspirations from certain movies that stereotype men as cosseting women to gain her trust. Just be natural and be aware of what you're doing and what you will do next. You should be able to make firm decisions that can be substantiated with rationality rather than lame ones. On the other hand, it can be a big turnoff if you're insecure about yourself. She might lose interest in a man who can't determine what he wants for himself. An effective tip to combat this issue is to plan things if it didn't go your way. It doesn't matter whether you're in bed or in a bar sipping champagne. If you know the scenario will change, then have a couple of options lined up. Number 4. Make her laugh. This is not a factor that is cornered to just older women. Any girl instantly likes a man who makes her laugh. A spicy and saucy compliment would make her blush and smile coyly. In the case of an older woman, this takes place more spontaneously as she is looking for someone who can make her forget all the harsh traumas of her life and give her a good laugh. This will also break the ice lingering between you, as her sense of being much older than you might make her a bit uncomfortable while talking. Commenting on her clothes, makeup, and hair will make her smile. But if you want to make her laugh, tease her. Women love being the center of attraction, especially when a man is involved. To tickle her funny bone and engage her sense of humor, use your wit and other edgy comedic communications. Number 3. Be a gentleman. Long-term marriages may have had a negative impact on the life of older women. They might often complain about their husbands not flirting with them. They may have also witnessed a dip in the romance levels. This might lead to a divorce. So when you pick an older woman for a date, flirt with her without reducing yourself to a puny man. Let me share with you a few tips for a chivalrous man. Open the door for her. Now, this might sound filmy and over the top, but trust me, it's gonna work. Compliment her continuously. Pull out chairs for her. Stand up when she enters the room. What? Are you kidding? Is she my class teacher? Wait, dude, it's just you're being worthy of respect, nothing else. Give her the privilege of being the center of attention and behave like a complete gentleman around her. Number 2. Stop clinging to her. She shouldn't feel that you're being needy. Don't let her be your mom. She is not here to mother you or play the role of an elder sister. If she senses that she is not considered a potential lady date, she will disappear in the opposite direction. So, from the beginning, you need to let her know that you are self-sufficient and extremely independent. That doesn't mean that you should be egoistic and not let her involve in your decision-making process. Mutual compatibility is necessary when it comes to maintaining a healthy relationship. Help her in need and don't hesitate to ask for the same. Open and honest communication will help the lady get more comfortable with you. Also, remember to set your standards as high as she will expect you to be manly enough to take care of her. Number 1. Stop thinking that she is with you to satisfy her lust. As I mentioned above, I don't think every older lady is a cougar. If you want to establish a firm relationship with your older counterpart, you will have to shove away the false notion that she is with you for sex. As an older lady might have had many harsh experiences from her previous relationships, she will look forward to having a man of substance. Don't you ever make the blooper of boasting about your previous hookups. That is not what she wants. And it is completely okay to admit that you have had less sexual experience than she had. Since she is older than you, she too might expect the same. Don't spill the bean about your previous sexual encounters, as it'll only make her feel skeptical about you. Your lies will be exposed, and she will reduce you to nothing more than a Casanova. So, guys, that's it for today. Are you enthralled to go and make your first move? Well, the sooner, the better. Also, share this video with your friend who probably is hesitant to speak his mind to an interesting older woman.